Thank you, Chris, and we are into the bull riding now. And Butch, I'll tell you, the last time we saw this group of bulls, they bucked off 12 of the 15 cowboys, and they are mean. Fasten your seatbelts. This will be some of the best action we have seen all week right here.
These are the ranked ones that you get on all year long. They don't get ridden very often, and these guys are getting on their 10th bull at the National Finals Rodeo. They are sore, Jeff.
This is one of those days I think I'd call in sick after seeing what happened the last time these bulls were out. Here's Scott Mendez, 12th in the world, 10th in the average. Get a nice view there. That's what Leon Coffey is seeing from the barrel.
I'm glad we're watching that from here and out there.
A long ways away. That's the truth.
Well, there you take a look at that wrap as he rolls that rope into his hand. Scott Mendez has got his hands full tonight. Copenhagen Mega Bucks is the name of this bull. Ackley and Penn's own him. He is a very tough bull to ride. He backs out of there backwards. That's a little disadvantage to the bull rider, a little disadvantage to the bull because it has to change him. There you see him go, turn back the way, and Scott Mendez is down. Let's hope nothing really serious has happened. He took a good shot. I hope everything's all right now. Now the main thing is keep the bull's attention until the bull's out of the arena so he does not come back on the crew. He took a real good shot on the ground.
Looks like that Scott is awake and alert. And right now, let's go down to Gretchen Polhinus.
8 consecutive years in a row for Charmaine Rodman. She is once again the world champion in the barrel racing. Charmaine, you didn't have a very good NFR. You came in on the skin of your teeth, and yet you pulled it out.
Yeah, I knew that all I had to do was just hang in there and keep making good runs. I would like to have had a better finals. My horse was sore coming into the finals, and it was real hard to make better runs, you know, when it's this close.
Will Skipper run next year?
I think so.
Well, believe it or not, Scott Mendez is to his feet, and that is a very good sign. We said earlier, Butch, this is a very, very dangerous pen of bulls.
Well, that's right. In fact, I just heard him. He said, where in the world are we? Florida? Take a shot. I'm glad to see him get up and walk off. That's what's important.
A very shaky start. That takes us now to Australia's Troy Dunn. He's drawn a bull called Skulls Pacific Bell. This is a bull with a track record.
This bull has been the bucking bull of the year. He is a very, very tough bull to ride. The kind that can really have a lot of action. And the reason they call him Pacific Bell, I asked Dan Russell, the guy that owned him, he says he just reaches out and touches those guys after he gets off them. So those horns aren't there just for ornaments. Here we go. Troy Dunn, a very good Australian bull rider. He resides now in Canada. He's got a ride going. He is going to be one of the few guys that can ride him. It's going to be close. Oh, man. Now remember, the judges each have a stopwatch in their hand. When the bull leaves the chute, they start their watch. If they see the cowboy get disqualified or they hear the whistle, whichever comes first, they'll stop the watch. Let's see if it worked in his favor, because if it does, he is going to break the sound barrier. I see a hat in the air. Watch it on the replay, though. What a bull ride. He gets kind of rocked back towards the end. Almost gets bucked off, but almost doesn't matter when you're not working with a hand grenade. How about 91 points to tie the highest marked bull ride we've seen at the finals? Tuff Ademan did it earlier. There is a very happy Australian.
I'd say he deserves every point of that. You watch Rob Smets trying to help Troy out right there. Gets caught between the gate and the bull.
He reached out and touched Rob.
He did. Tough as nails. He fights bulls for a living. And Rob's still strolling around the arena, and he's ready for him to turn out Marty Stanner. Okeechobee Fats is the name of the bull that Marty has drawn this afternoon.
This bull comes from Florida. Marty has been riding very well this week. He's rode quite a few bulls. He's won quite a bit of money down here at the finals. He's rode 6 out of the 9 bulls he's stepped across. A little over $12,000 are in his pockets right now, but when you're facing this kind of pin bulls, we only saw 3 of these bulls get ridden the first time they were out. He has got to concentrate and bear down. You see him sliding on. This is when the gate opens and the top part begins into his hand and rolled him out of there. That's why this bull doesn't get ridden very often. Marty had everything going in his favor, but not for long.
Marty is big and tough and strong, but boy, I tell you what, watch this bull.
Now you watch the power he puts at Marty. Watch the rolls. He fakes one way, he'll roll the other. Marty's in total control right now. You see him though, when that bull turns back, he just rolls him right into his riding hand and onto the ground.
So that's a 0 for Marty Stannard. Marty, though, had a decent week, $12,000. Here's Wasey Cathy, 38 years old. And you got to wonder when he says, hey, I'm getting too old for this stuff. Enough is enough. No one has been to the national finals in bull riding more than Wasey Cathy. This is his 14th trip to the NFR.
This is a very tough bull to ride, too. Wasey won North Platte, Nebraska on this bull earlier. Scored up in the 90s on that trip. He knows the bull. Let's see if he can do it again. He's tapped. The bull's wanting to work into the inside of that spin. Outside he gets, though. I thought Wace had him there. Right at the end, though, you saw him just work his way too far to the outside and onto the ground. So the rematch this time goes to the bull.
The way these bulls buck and as strong as they are, you just shift your weight in the wrong direction at the right time, and it's over.
Well, this bull goes away from Wasey's riding hand. In other words, he rides right-handed, the bull spins to the left. It's tougher to ride bulls like that. Wasey was making some great moves, though, but he just finally worked him out to the outside, and that's all it took.
Takes us now to Irvin Williams, Tulsa, Oklahoma. 8th in the world standings, finished 5th in the world a year ago. He has been thrown 4 times in a row after getting off to a great start here in Las Vegas.
$18,000 is what he's already picked up in bull riding checks this week, and he'd like to add to it. Irvin is a very, very good bull rider. There you see him, they're trying to get that bull's head facing out. You don't want to take a bull when he's looking towards the back of the chutes because, as we saw earlier, he could back out backwards, and that's not a real advantage to the bull rider. There you see the bull, he just has his head right down in that back corner. There's a lot going through your mind right now, but the big thing is don't make a mistake and take him wrong, because if you get backed off because of that, it's a little tough to look yourself in the mirror and go, boy, I should have maybe pared down a little more. I could have won $11,000 if I had just waited. Let's see what he does. He's in trouble. He's into his hand. Good recovery for Irvin Williams right now. This bull gets him into his hand again, though, and this time the recovery did not go in his favor. I think he is a very tired bull rider after 10 of these ranked bulls here at the National Finals Rodeo. No score for Irvin.
We talked about Robert Eckbauer earlier saying he wished that the finals could go on for another month. I don't think the bull riders feel that way.
Well, you see right here, Irvin gets rocked into his right hand right there. It looked as though the bull was going to buck him off. He makes a good recovery, and I thought everything was back under control. The next time the bull comes around, though, he rolls him into his hand and bucked him off.
There's Miles Hare, and of course Rob Smets helping out Miles. These guys have done a great job in all 10 performances. You talk about lay your life on the line. These guys do it. Also helping out, of course, Leon Coffey. And Leon's hiding, as a matter of fact. You can see his, just the top of his hat. I don't blame him. I'd say wake me up when it's over with. Well, a year ago, this guy right here, Jim Sharp, was celebrating a world championship. That's not the case this year. 7th in the world as he comes into the final go-around from the National Finals Rodeo. 1988 and, of course, 1990, Sharp was world champion. And it's probably a safe bet that he'll be back.
Well, this bull is owned by Lewis Field and his partner, the newest into the contracting field. Tough bull to ride. This bull is really raring. Jimmy Sharp made him look easy like he does on a lot of bulls. He gets up and hustles away. I'll guarantee you that bull right there, we talk about the eliminator pin of bulls, or the set of bulls that are out in a bad pin. He really would have fit with him. He's tough to ride.
This is just a classic Jim Sharp bull ride right here.
It sure is. You know, you look at it, and actually you don't realize what he just did right now. His feet are coming back. This bull whips a lot of guys down. He's got a lot of rear, a lot of backup. Rank bull. Jim Sharp made him look like a day off. What a ride.
So Jim Sharp with the second qualified ride of the afternoon, 85 points. That takes us now to Cody Custer. The bull he's drawn today is Wolfman. He's not real big. He's awfully quick. And Butch, this fall, it was a bull that they scored a 100 on.
The first 100 ever scored in professional rodeo. This is the bull they did it on, and he is electric. You know, we talk about Donnie Gay. He held the record up till that point by riding Oscar. This is a second-generation bull out of the Great Bull Oscar. So bloodlines are very important in this business. Let's see what it does in the bull riding. Here we go. He's in good shape, Cody Custer. He's got a tap going. Wow, we are going to do it. Bravo! Throw your hat in the air. 91 points is the lead in this go-around. Cody Custer, we've watched, take some shots. Look at this crowd. A standing ovation for Cody Custer. I love it. Oh, man.
The first time this bull was out this week, I thought there's no way he's going to be ridden at the NFR. But Cody, right in the middle of him the whole time.
You know, it's funny, Cody kind of was limping around before the performance. He's strutting around now like he just whipped Mike Tyson. That was great to watch. Let's watch this bull. You talk about power. In that air, 94 points for Cody Custer. And look at the rounds. This bull gets in the air. He'll jump in the air and make a complete turn here in a second. Cody Custer, I know right now, is just thinking, bear down, come on, blow a whistle, and hit nuts. Look at that. You talk about athletes. These bulls are unbelievable.
That 8 seconds probably seemed like 8 minutes right then to Cody Custer.
I know what he's thinking, and it's not his ability right now. Good job for Cody Custer.
Here's Michael Gaffney. He won last night's go-around. The bull he's drawn this afternoon is Playboy Skull.
Well, the first time these bulls were out, he bucked off Ty Murray. He got the chance to watch him. This is a Bailey bull. Comes from down in that Oklahoma country. You're probably aware of that contractor, aren't you, Jeff? Very good bull to have.
David Bailey, and that 94, by the way, of Cody Custer, that's the second highest score in NFR history.
Well, it is very fitting for Cody Custer. We were worried that he was really overmatched. He showed us not to worry about him. Oh, this bull kind of falls down the back end. He gets back up. Right here, Michael Gaffney right now is the leader in the average. In other words, he has rode more bulls here at the National Finals than anyone else. He's rode 8 for 9 coming into this performance. He just made it 9 for 9. He makes a qualified ride. You see this bull turn back and try so hard to throw him off. He slipped, missed his shot. There he slips again. Little hard to ride a bull when they do this because it runs you back off your rope. Now he comes back around. Good effort for Michael Gaffney. Now he gets an option of a re-ride. There you see Miles Hare. He took a good shot in that particular instance. He's going to be okay, but boy, these guys have the toughest job in the business.
Miles with some knee problems. You see all those knee braces that he has. Looks like he played for about 15 years in the NFL, doesn't it?
Well, let's see what Michael Gaffney does. He's already rode all these bulls but one. No one else has rode that many. He's the only one to ride 8. He is going to get on his re-ride. Let's watch Clint Bronder, though. Here we go. Clint Bronder in trouble right there and rolls off into his hand. Look at the clowns move in and take that bull's attention. That's their job to do. We just watched Miles here. We were worried that he couldn't even get out there and perform after taking that good shot. He just saved Clint Bronder right there from maybe some injury.
Clint takes quite a spill, gets up holding that left shoulder.
Well, that bull faked like he was going to turn back to the left. I think Clint thought he was going on around, just moved in there when he jumped out and turned back to the right, though. Bucked Clint Bronder off.
Here's Ted Noose. He came to the National Finals Rodeo 13th in the world. He starts the day number 3.
Well, one of the few guys, you know, in our opening, I mentioned that Tough Hedeman has to stay on his bull. If he rides his bull, he's got it cinched. He hasn't rode his bull yet. Now there I'll put some...
Watching Ted Noose's wife watching very intently there. Ted's also the guy that you see in the Wrangler commercial that they use when they use the bull rider. $31,000 is what he's picked up in 9 performances here at the National Finals Rodeo.
Well, we watched Cody Custer just a little bit ago make a great bull ride. This is a full brother to that bull. Another calf out of the Great Bull Oscar. If things are going the way they're going, watch this. If he rides this bull, the house is going to come down. This bull, not the trip he usually has. There he turns back. Teddy Noose in the middle of things. Good ride for Ted News. This bull did not have as rank a day as he had the first trip we signed. He bucked off Scott Mendez. He won't buck off Teddy News, I'll guarantee you.
One thing this bull did do, though, he showed Ted a lot of variety in this ride.
Yeah, he sure did. You know, I mentioned that, he's not having that great a day. This is a rank bull. Even on a day like today, he's very hard to ride. You see Ted News now. This bull finally gets into the spin. He picks him up, no problem. 76 points for Ted News. The crowd didn't agree with it, but hey, they're not the ones that are paid to judge. She liked it. Only one in the crowd. Look at there. She loved it.
She would have scored a 95, I think. Ted's wife, of course, they're going to have a lot of fun this Christmas spending $31,000 that they picked up in the last few days. Here's your reigning world champion, Ty Murray. We saw him in the bareback riding and the saddle bronc riding. He's going to cap off a great NFR right here in the bull riding. And to help him celebrate the finale, it's Scholes Outlaw Willie.
Well, this right here was voted by the Bucking Bull Riders as the rankest bull in the business. Bucking Bull of the Year, and out of there, Ty Murray goes. No score for this young man, but I take my hat off to him. He has had an outstanding national finals rodeo.
One thing about bull riding, there really is no time to celebrate or be depressed. When as soon as the ride's over with, you got to hunt you a hole, a fence, something, because you got to get out of the way because he's coming after you. There's a look at a very dejected Ty Murray.
Well, I think he took a lot bigger shot after getting bucked off that bull than he appeared. He got slammed into that chute gate. I think he's just trying to get his air back and think, well, I'm glad it's over.
Well, here's the guy who sits in the best spot to win the world championship, Tough Hedeman. Now, I saw Ted News ride a while ago. Ted fourth right now in this go-around, so Tough really needing to stay on this bull. Copenhagen Thumper.
Well, I mentioned that all Tough has to do is ride this bull to assure himself a world championship. There's no doubt about that. It's going to be close. I'm not so sure, though, even if he has to stay on or not. He has got an awfully big lead. But right now, he wants to. And there's a lot going on in his mind. I know he wants to win a world championship, but he wants to win this go-around also. Tough Hedeman in trouble. Gets rolled into his hand. There we go. There's the kind of effort Tough Hedeman is a world champion for becoming. And there he is, folks.
What a way to finish. You can't say he backed into that world championship, because I'll tell you, he stayed right on there. I thought he was gone.
I guarantee you, he is a tough cowboy. Watch this. No problem right here in the beginning of this ride. You'll see him get into big trouble. Oh, right there, he gets rolled into his hand. Most guys would have just bucked off. He just grits his teeth and says, no way. I'm not going to just backdoor it. I'm going to earn it the real way. That's what you do when you win a world championship. A lot going in your mind. What an effort for Tough Hedeman. My hat's off to him.
One of the turning points for Tough in this NFR, earlier in the week, he rode 3 bulls in one night. Rode a re-ride from the night before, rode his regular ride, just granted another re-ride, and I know he intimidated a lot of the guys that ride with him. You see Cody Custer here taking his victory lap, but anytime you got a guy that's willing to get on 3 very tough bulls in one go-around, it says a lot for his character.
It sure does.